Welcome back to the channel. So here we are on Monday, and I'm once again being reminded as to what happens when you deviate from your strategy and you let other opinions come into mind. And the stock that I'm talking about in particular is actually SanDisk here. Now, if you've been following my channel for a little bit, you know a lot of my trades are earning failure trades, which is when a stock might have a immediate direction due to earnings one way, but then once the cash session opens up, it reverses the other way. In my opinion, it's a way to get insight into the positioning within the stock that, hey, even if it's able to overcome, let's say, negative earnings to rally to the green, I consider that to be a strong stock, and vice versa. We haven't had that many opportunities with chip stocks to the upside this earnings quarter. Early on, we had it to the downside of MU, which I did have a great short trade there, but nothing to the upside. So I was looking forward to one to the upside. And before I get into SanDisk, the reason why I bring this up, because some of the viewers here might be looking for an opportunity in a chip stock to do it. Because I know I was asked in one of the comments about AMD. Hey, is AMD experiencing an earnings failure? It is not, because earnings, the closing price before earnings was this candle, and that puts it at 518.58. We're still trading below it. So we're still trading below earnings, right? Now, again, had it pretty much reversed higher and went through it way earlier, that would have been a valid signal. That never happened. But look at SanDisk. Look at SanDisk. And I did not take this trade. Look at SanDisk. It is up 8% today. It's been crushing it. That white line represents that closing price before earnings. My system, the one I've been trading now for years, I would be getting in long SanDisk this day and on the 13th intraday as it is breaking through, right? I usually put a partial position intraday as it's breaking through, and then I add a full position at the close, depending on the stop. This would have been a little bit trickier because the stop would have been super far, so likely not shares, but I would have done options on something like SanDisk because of its high momentum. But I didn't do anything. And why is that? Well, I thought to myself, which I'm sure a lot of people out there are thinking to themselves, well, the market has to pull back a little bit, has to take a breather. And in my eyes, it's like, well, can chip stocks really run while the market has to take a breather? I mean, well, for starters, the market's still not really taking a breather. I mean, if we look at the SPX here, it's kind of still chilling at the top here, right? NASDAQ is kind of wedging its way higher. Chip stocks are just, again, it's kind of going a little higher. Nothing too crazy though, but the relative strength in SanDisk, I mean, you just can't question it. Look at this move. Look at this move. And since when my entry should have began, this is a 30% move in just a couple of days. And what's painful is that my earnings failure strategy, I get stopped out over 50% of the time. I make my money on having long winners that stay on my books for a while, that have larger gains than my losses. That is where I make my money. So missing trades like this, now fortunately enough, the rest of this earnings quarter so far has been great for me. So this trade wasn't a requirement for me to have a great quarter, thankfully. By the way, probably at the end of this month, I'm going to go over all the trades that I took for this earnings cycle. So if you're interested in that, to see the results of everything, subscribe to the channel. It's not necessary. This trade wasn't necessary, but some quarters it is. And stuff like this, missing trades like this, can be very, very detrimental to the performance of my whole earnings quarter. And this one was missed. This one was missed strictly because I felt that, listen, the market has to kind of relax a little bit. And I'm sure we've all seen a million different indicators saying that the markets have to relax. But again, when you have your own system, which I do, and I've said this before too, almost any time that I kind of override the system, I tend to regret it. And this is another example of it because, you know, chip stocks have gone up a little higher for the past week, but nothing like SanDisk. I mean, this just shows you the amount of relative strength here. And in this case, that earnings failure, because, you know, SanDisk, there's earnings. I mean, you just can't deny it. I mean, you know, they weren't that great. The market did not love it. Look at this. It sold off from after close all the way to pre-market hours. And then consolidated for a day or two and then just roared higher. I can't chase this, obviously, because my stop is way, way too far. But the fact that I had no exposure at all, and the fact that I was also watching this. I was also watching this at the same time, you know. I thought in my mind, I'm like, you know what, yeah, maybe if it's going to break through, but if it comes back down, maybe I'll pick it up. That it never picked me up once again. You know, it never picked me up. And I mean, as we sit here and talk right now, you know, the SPOs are down 12 basis points. Obviously, it's not much, but SanDisk continues to trade at its highs for the session, and it can honestly continue roaring higher. Who knows? It's super strong. And I just wanted to share this quick little tidbit video, again, what happens when you deviate from a strategy, and the fact to kind of point out that, hey, SanDisk did have an earnings failure. It did happen tiny bit late, but I think pretty much on that 5th day, which is kind of what I look for, it snuck in right that last moment. But I just kind of wanted to vent to you guys real quick about this, because it is a trade that is just a massive trade to miss. That's kind of in your face, a trade that I was watching, but I didn't take it only because I had a different opinion about the market, overall market at that time. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching.